Next is a class from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, Volume 8, Chapter 20, Text 108 and 109, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on July 14th, 1976, in New York.
So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu begins his instruction to Sanatana Goswami because he is the appropriate person to understand. In the previous verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has asserted, Yoggapatra hao tumi bhakti prabhaktai, kame sab tattva suna kahiye toma. So, the philosophy is very simple, but unless one is fit or appropriate person, he cannot understand. No. In the material world, we are materially diseased. Therefore, it is very difficult for us to understand this Krishna consciousness philosophy. Otherwise, it is very simple thing. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Jiver Sarupaya Krishna Nityada. Very simple. Everyone, every child can understand that we are, our Sarup, our constitutional position is that we are servant of God, Krishna. But the material world is so bewildering that everyone is thinking that I am master of everything. This is the disease. I am the monarch of all I serve. There is an English poetry. Everyone is thinking, why there is so much struggle in this New York City? Because now there is presidential election. So, everyone is thinking, if I could become the president. That is everyone's desire. But those who are not so fit, they do not stand for election. But those are little fit, so they stand, make competition. I am the president. If you are president, so why you require election? The simple truth, if you are actually president, why do you depend on others' vote? You become president. No, artificial president. Simply by votes, he is president. Actually he is not. He is the servant of the voters. But he is thinking, I am president. This is called Maya. Everyone is servant of Krsna. He is servant. Every one of us, we are servant. So take this example. Actually, the president means the servant of the voters. And as soon as the voters do not like him, just like Nixon is drawn back. So nobody can be master, that is not possible. You'll find in this instruction, Ekola Ishwar Krishna Arsa Vritta. Only Krishna is the master. And everyone is servant. This is our position. Actually. But artificially we are trying to become master. That is struggle for existence. We are trying for something which we are not. We know this word, struggle for existence, survival of the fittest. So, this is struggle. We are not master, still we are trying to become master. The Mayavad philosophy, they also undergo severe type of austerities, penances. What is the idea? The idea is that I shall become one with God. Same mistake. Same mistake. He is not God, but he is trying to become God. Even though he has performed so much severe austerities, vairagya, renunciation, everything, sometimes they give up everything of material enjoyment, go to the forest, undergo severe type of penances. What is the idea? I shall become one with God. The same mistake. So Maya is very strong that these mistakes continue. Even one is very advanced, so-called spiritually. No. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu touches the main point immediately with his instruction. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's philosophy, where Krsna says the last word, Sarvadharman parittajya mamekam saranam vraja. He is talking in the position, he is Krsna, the Supreme Personality of God, he is asking, demanding, you rascal, give up everything, just surrender unto me, then you will be happy. This is the last instruction of Bhagavad Gita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the same Krishna, but acting as devotee of Krishna, therefore he is speaking the same thing. Krishna says, you surrender. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that every living entity is the servant of Krishna. That means he must surrender. Servant business is to surrender. Not to argue with the master or to claim that I am equal with you. These are all fanatic, bad proposals. Pishachi paile jana matuchanna hai. Mayagrasta jiver sahi dasa upaya. A servant cannot become master. That is not possible. But as long as we shall persist on this wrong conception of life, that I am not master, I am servant, I am not servant, I am master, then he will suffer. The Maya will give him suffering. They will jija. Just like outlaws, rogues and thieves, they defy government order and don't care for them. But that means he voluntarily accepts suffering. He has to take care of government law. If he does not ordinarily take care outlaws, then he will be put into the prison house, and by force, by beating, by punishment, he has to accept. Yes, I accept. So this is Maya. Daividhesa gunamayi mamamaya durutvaya. We are under the rulings of Maya. Prakitakkriyamanani guni karmani sarvasam. Why? Because we are declaring master. Servant is declaring to become master. Therefore suffering. And as soon as you accept that I am not master, I am servant, then there is no suffering. Very simple philosophy. That is mukti. Mukti means just come to the right platform. That is mukti. Mukti is defined in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Mukti hitya annatha rupam swarupena avastiti. Mukti means to give up this nonsense business. Annatha. He is servant, but he is thinking master. That is annatha. That is the opposite. So, when he gives up this opposite conception of life, that he is master, then he is mukti. He is liberated immediately. Mukti does not take so much time that you have to undergo so much severe austerities and go to the jungle and go to the Himalaya and meditate and press your nose and so many things. It doesn't require so many things. Simply you understand plain thing that I am servant of Krishna. You are mukti. Immediately. That is the definition of mukti given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Mukti hitva annatha rupam sarupena avas. Just like even a criminal in the prison house, if he becomes submissive, that henceforward I shall be law-abiding, I shall obey the government laws very obediently, then sometimes he is released prematurely on account of giving a declaration. So, we can become immediately liberated from this prison house of material existence if we accept this teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jivera Sarupaya Nitya Krishna Das. So therefore so many arrangements. We are having Krishna, deity here, and every one of us, we are engaged as servant. Sri Vigrahara Ghana Nityanana Singara Tanmandira Junadu. Somebody is engaged in cleansing the temple. All servants we are. Somebody is engaged in dressing the deity. Somebody is engaged in preparing nice food stuff for deity. Somebody is making flower garlands. Somebody is going to distribute literature to make people understand the glories of Krishna. So in this way, Krishna consciousness movement means everyone is engaged 100% to become servant of Krishna. So those who are sincerely engaged in the service of the Lord, they are all liberated. They are all liberated. The Mayavadis who are trying to become liberated in so many ways, mystic yoga practice and austere penances and so on, so on, so on. You can get that liberty immediately, simply by engaging yourself in some service of Krishna. Immediately. Sarvamapi yasya dharmasya trayate mahato vaya. Even little service you give, it is your permanent asset. Even if you fall down from that service platform, still whatever you have done, it will never go in vain. As soon as there is opportunity, again you shall begin from that point where you left. Therefore, everyone, taktya sadharmam charanambujam hari. There is a verse spoken by Narad Muni that even by sentiment, not understanding properly the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, even by sentiment, all right, let me also dance and chant like these people, the saffron collar, shaved head, people are doing, let me do that. So once dancing with them will never go in vain. It will immediately account, he has danced. It is so nice. It will never go in vain. There is children are dancing. Don't think it is spoiling time. Everything is recorded. This you will find in the time, our nectar of devotion, you will find. It will never go in. Salpamapi yasya dharmasya trayati mahato vaya. Bhaktivinoda Thakur also saying, কেন মায়ার বসে যাচ্ছ ভেসে খাচ্ছ হাবু ডুবু ভাই জীব কৃষ্ণ দাস এ বিশ্বাস করলে তো আর দুঃখ নয়. Everyone is being washed away by the big waves of the ocean of nescience. But if he simply accept, no, I am Krishna Das, I am not master, I am not God, I am simply a servant. And the more you become servant of the servant, more you are perfect. Not directly servant. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Gopi Bhattu Padakamalayo Daso Daso Dasanu Daso. This is perfection. Don't try to become directly Krishna Das. Krishna's servant, his servant, his servant, his servants. You come down to the 100th point of servant, then you are perfect servant. Tadero charana sevi bhakta sane vas, janame janame mor eiyo vilas. Narottam Das Thakur said, let me become the servant of the servant and leave the devotees. And that is my desire. So this Krishna consciousness movement is that let us live amongst devotees. Why we are struggling to get so many centers open? Because devotees will live there, follow the regulative principles according to the instruction of the Shastra and spiritual master guided by, and people will get chance. As soon as one comes in this society of devotee, he will get some opportunity. And salpamapi yasya, that is man, even by sentiment one comes. Praktya sadanmam charanam bhujam hare. The Narad Muni said, even by sentiments one gives us his occupational duty, so-called occupational duty, and surrenders to Krishna, even not understanding fully. So, Shastra says, what is the loss there? And if one is performing his material duties very perfectly, then what is gain there? He is simply wasting time. And a devotee, even by sentiment or whimsically, comes in the center and gives some service, that is permanent record. And these karmis, although they are acting very sincerely, but there is no guarantee what is the next life. He may become a dog. There are 8,400,000 species of life. Taktadeham, what is that? Tathadehantaram prati dhirastatsanamaya. There will be dehantar, change of this body. The body will be finished, everyone knows. But body being finished, you are not finished. Nobody is finished. Na hannate hannamane sarire. Then he has to accept another body. So if you do not work according to the rules and regulations of nature, then we have to accept another body, and we do not know what kind of body we are going to accept. But it will be a gift by nature. Prakritakramani. Karanam gunasangasa sadasajjanma yonishu. So they do not know these things. The rascal civilization, that's like dancing like dog, that's all. This is rascal civilization. They have no responsibility of life and dancing like dog. No. The Krishna consciousness movement is very scientific movement. Everyone should try to understand. If he wants to understand through science, through philosophy, through logic, in any way, through religion, through culture, any way he wants to understand, we have got volumes of books, try to understand. Thank you very much.
Next is a class on the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, Volume 8, Chapter 20, Text 112, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on July 20th, 1976, in New York.
Bhagavan, the Supreme, Absolute Truth, Vishnu, all-pervading personality of Godhead. So, his potency must be also spiritual. Just like the sun glow is reservoir of heat and light. Everyone we know. So his potency, the sun glow's potency, sunshine, is also heat and light. It is not different from the sun. Shakti means potency. Shakti Shaktimato Abhijita. The potency of a certain person is non-different. There is no difference in quality. The same example. The sun and the sunshine. Sunshine is the potency of the sun, but the quality of the sun and the quality of the sunshine is the same. Heat and light. So Vishnu Shakti, there are, according to the Vedic information, he has got many multifarious potencies. Parasya Shakti Vividaiva Sriyate. Different types of Shakti. We can see different types of agency, what is called energy, is working within this creation. Take for example the leaves of the tree. Some of them are green, some of them are red, some of them are yellow, some of them are mixed. Similarly fruits, different taste, flowers, different flavor, varieties. But where from it is coming? The sunshine. The sunshine is the same, but it is acting in different way. So we see different manifestation. This is crude material example. Similarly, if we take the spiritual, original, then the original is Krishna. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Aham sarvasya prabhava. It is not different from Krishna. Aham sarva. All these colored manifestation, it is coming from Krishna. Matta sarvam pravartate. Everything is coming from me. With this understanding is real Krishna consciousness. When they understand that there is one only, Eka Brahma Ditya Nasti, and Krishna is above Brahma. We have got a slight idea of Brahma generally, but Krishna is Parabrahma. There are many millions of Brahmans, and above that, the Supreme Brahma is Krishna. Parabrahma, Paramadhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhava, Arjuna. So Krishna Shakti, everything is Krishna Shakti, potency. There is no doubt about it. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate iti matya Vasudeva sarvamiti. Vasudeva is everything. That is Krishna. But he is working in so many ways. So many ways. How it is working, that is stated in the Vedas. Svabhaviti jnana balakriyacha. He has got so unlimited potency, the things have been done as if naturally, without any endeavor. But the background is Krishna. Just like we see one flower growing. Very small flower. The stem is very fine. And the flower is decorated even in their different colors. But it is not ordinary thing. If you are a painter, if you paint such a flower, it will take so many days. But it is come. But don't think simply that it has come automatically. No, there is no such thing as automatically. The same as you, when you paint a flower, you have to employ so much energy. But Krishna has also do that, the same energy. But It is because it is so natural for Krishna. Savamiti, Jnana Balakya. So, simply by his willing, it is happening. So, he hasn't got to endeavor for it. That is the difference between Krishna's activities and our activities. Although we have got the tendency at least, because we are part and parcel of Krishna, we have got the same quality, Khetagya kya tatha para. Khetagya means living entities. They are also of the same potency. So, then what is the difference? The difference is that the Khetragya, the living entities, are prone to become under illusion. That is the difference. We are small, very small. Therefore, we are prone to be extinguished. Just like the fire, and the fire spark. The spark, when it is out of the fire, it is extinguished. No more fire equality. But so long it is playing with the fire, you will find the nice, brilliant sparks coming, dancing. The quality is the same. Fire can burn, and the small spark, it falls down. It will burn, your cloth is very small, but it will itself become up. This is avidya. The same spark, when he is out of Krishna's touch, it is extinguished. Avidya. Immediately he is covered by darkness, extinguished. His spiritual quality, not finished, at least stopped for the time. His spiritual quality cannot be finished, because it is spiritual. Nahannate hannamane sarire. The spiritual quality cannot be finished. It goes on. And on account of avidya, ignorance, it goes through another body, transmigration of the soul. And unless he is again revived to his original consciousness, he has to go through that. He has to struggle for existence. He is trying to get his original position, like Krishna's brilliant position, like the fire. So this is called struggle for everything. Avidya karma sangha. They are trying to be happy. You'll find in New York City, they are simply struggling. What is the aim? The aim is how to become happy. Somebody is drinking, somebody is gambling, somebody is going to the restaurant, somebody is going to the Times Square, and somebody is going here, there. The real aim is how to become happy. But because in avidya, ignorance, they are unable to become happy. That is the position. Avidya, karma sangha, anya, tityasa. This avidya is illusion. Illusion. Just like we are now enwrapped, covered with this body, and I am thinking I am this body. This is avidya. I am not this body. So again he has to brought to this knowledge that you are not this body. Because he wanted to dominate over the material nature, therefore you have got this material body. Because he wanted to eat stew, he have got this hog's body. Because he wanted this, jump over unnecessarily, creating trouble, he have become monkey. Because he wanted to drink fresh blood, he have got the body of a tiger. This is called avidya. He is not neither tiger, nor pig, nor monkey, nor this so-called human being, nor American, nor Indian. His spirit soul, that knowledge one has to come. From that avidya, from ignorance, one has to come to the knowledge. Then his life will be successful. Our Krishna consciousness movement is trying to bring back the human society, because it is not possible to bring back the monkeys and cats and dogs to Krishna consciousness. That is not possible. So, those who are of the dog's mentality, cat's mentality, monkey mentality, it is difficult for them. They have to change their mentality by satsanga. This is called satsanga. Just like we are hearing from the Shastra and we are speaking from the Shastra, this is called satsanga. Satanga prasangat mama bija sangvida bhavanti ritkarna rasayana katha. By satsanga, by real spiritual association, by talking with them, by mixing with them, satanga prasangat mama bija sangvida, then we can learn about the unlimited potencies of Krishna. Mama bija sangvida bhavanti ritkarna rasayana katha. Then it becomes very pleasing to the heart and to the ear by satang prasanga. Otherwise it is not possible. If you go to a professional reciter, it will enter in this ear and go away in this ear, that's all. Because there is no life. It is business. So you cannot do business with Krishna. Krishna is not agreeable to this proposal. He is master. You cannot utilize him for your service. You must engage yourself to his service. That is wanted. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam saranam. That it will be in that attitude that Krishna is my master, I must serve Krishna. I shall not take Krishna an instrument to become my servant. That is not possible. Although it is said that Chaturvida bhajanti ma Sukriti Arjuna, 4 kinds of men. Sukriti, whose background is pious, they come to Krishna. One who is impious, he cannot come. Namanga duskritinam mudha prabhadanti naradava maya paritagyana asuri bhav. Why if you selected person come here? Because it requires background of pious activities. Otherwise it is not possible. We do not expect that 10% of people will become Krishna conscious. That is not possible. But if there is one ideal Krishna conscious person, he can do benefit to many thousands. Ekas chandastamavahanti natatara sahasra. If there is one moon in the sky, he can illuminate the whole universe. Natatara sahasra. Not these twinkling stars. It is not possible. So, people are suffering avidya karma sangha anya, being enwrapped by avidya, illusion. They are struggling for existence. So, Krishna personally comes himself to deliver them. Paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya chaduskritam. That is his true business. So, the Krishna conscious, Krishna's devotee also take up the business of Krishna by this Krishna consciousness movement, and it will do good to him and as well as to the persons amongst whom he will preach. But preach, don't manufacture preaching. Preach as it is in the Shastra. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction. Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna bole. You do not become a rascal, guru yourself by manufacturing some imagination. And you do this, give me some money, and you become God, you become this, you become this. These rascal don't do. One thing do. What is that? What is said by Krishna, you say. That's what is the difficulty? What Krishna has said, you say. Manmana bhavad bhakta madhya namaskuru. These four things, that you just become a devotee of Krishna. How can I become devotee? Come to the temple, offer a little obeisances, take prasadam. So what is the difficulty? If you say there is no difficulty, if one comes, there is no difficulty. But they are so rascals, they will not come. We are giving so much facilities that come here, live in this nice building, and hear about Krishna, take prasadam, chant and dance, very happy life. But they will become hope. They are preparing their life for that purpose. They become a dog next life. They prepare like that. So therefore, the Krishna consciousness movement is the topmost welfare activities in the world. People should try to understand it and join it and take advantage of it.